Dear students, today we are going to write a film review. Open your books at page 104, exercise 1. At first, let's look at the structure. Writing tip. Film review is a short description to inform readers of a TV show or film you've watched. Present tenses are usually used as well as a variety of adjectives to make your description more specific and interesting. A review usually includes an introduction, giving background information about the film, for example, the title, type of film, the name of the director. A main body consisting of two paragraphs, one presenting the main points of the plot and the other with general comments on the plot, the main characters, special effects, etc. And a conclusion in which you recommend or don't recommend the film, giving reasons. Let's get acquainted with new words, listen to them and write down in your vocabularies.
Action-packed. Box office hit. Fast-paced.
Installment.
Prequel. Twist.
In exercise 1, you are to read the review and match the paragraphs to the headings below. Let's check. A summary of the plot is in the second paragraph, number 2. Background information about the film is in the beginning, paragraph 1. The writer's opinion, recommendation with reasons. The last paragraph, 4. And D. General comments on the film, paragraph 3. In exercise 2, you are to choose the correct word or phrases. Now let's check. The film is set at the beginning of the 20th century. The film is based on a true story. The main character is 12-year-old Artemis. Overall, I found the film dull, but it had an interesting twist at the end. This exciting film is sure to be a box office hit. Tom Cruise plays the lead role in this film. The film had stunning special effects. In exercise 3, you are to define which adjectives had the writer used to describe the following in the review on the right. Now let's check. Sci-fi fantasy film is exciting. Plot is fast-moving. Battle scenes are action-packed. Cast is impressive. Performance is superb. And special effects are spectacular. In exercise 4, you are to fill in gripping, well-developed, predictable, likable, surprising. Let's check. The plot is so predictable, you can guess what's going to happen right from the beginning. This is an absolutely gripping film. I just couldn't stop watching. The well-developed characters are so likable that you feel like you know them personally by the end of the film. The ending is very surprising. I definitely wasn't expecting it. Recommending. In exercise 5, you are to fill in gaps with the phrases in the list. Now let's check. Would you definitely recommend this film to anyone who enjoys action-packed films? Bradley Cooper's performance is superb. It's well worth seeing. B. If you are looking for a fast-paced, gripping plot, this film is definitely for you. It's sure to be one of the box office hits. If you watch one film this year, make sure it's this one. You won't regret it. In my opinion, it's the director's best film so far. And now you are to answer. Which sentences does the writer use to recommend the film in the review? There is grammar in the sixth exercise. You are to find the passive forms in the film review. Let's look at them. Was directed by, in past simple. Was released, in past simple. Is being built, present continuous. Is played, present simple. Exercise 7. Read the rubric and underline the key words, then answer the questions. What do you have to write? Who is going to read it? What tenses will you use? Which of the following should you include? Title and type of film, how the film ends, name of director, how many of your friends have seen it, whether you recommend it, main points of plot, where you can buy it, general comments on characters, plot, and etc. Look at the rubric. A website is asking for film reviews. Write your review of a sci-fi film you have seen, describing the plot, making general comments about it, and giving your recommendations. You are to write more than 120 words. Exercise 8. You are to use the plan. Look at the plan. In the first paragraph, background information, title, type, director. In the second paragraph, main points of the plot. Paragraph number 3, general comments, plot, special effects, and etc. And the last paragraph is for recommendation and reasons. Useful language. Background. This is a fascinating, exciting, and etc. film directed by. The film is set, takes place in. Main points of plot. The film is about. In the film, it tells the story of. General comments. The plot storyline is boring, predictable, thrilling, gripping, fast-paced, dramatic, clever, etc. The main characters is or are well-developed, likable, etc. There is an expressive, talented cast. Name gives a superb, excellent, amazing performance in the lead role as. The special effects are spectacular, simplistic, stunning, imaginative, and etc. And for recommendations, you will use I thoroughly recommend this film with its. This is bound to be a box office hit. This is a highly entertaining, fantastic film. Don't bother watching this. It's a must-see, well worth seeing, and etc. Now, it's your turn. Listen to the model and write your own review.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, directed by James Gunn, is the second installment in the world-famous Guardians of the Galaxy series. It is an exciting and funny sci-fi fantasy film from Marvel Studios and continues the story from the first film that was released in 2014. In the film, the Guardians, who are now heroes, must fight to stay together and help their leader, Peter Quill, Star-Lord, find out about his father and his special powers. They make friends with their enemies and once more defend the galaxy from a bigger enemy. The storyline is interesting and gripping, and there is lots of humor too. The star-studded cast includes Chris Pratt as Star-Lord, Zoe Saldana as Gamora, David Bautista as Drax, Bradley Cooper as Rocket, and Karen Gillan as Nebula. The action-packed plot and spectacular special effects keep you glued to your seat from start to finish. This is a thoroughly entertaining film, and I would highly recommend it. It's definitely worth seeing, and will please anyone who enjoys action-packed films.